Hey guys, it's Will from Vorso here. I just wanted to do a quick little run through of the Vorso Flat Top V1, kind of give you an idea of what you can expect and the kind of performance, how to use it, and then also how to maintain it and keep it running for years to come. So this is what you can expect to receive. This is the Flat Top V1. This is a brass 9mm. And it will also come with a custom machine screwdriver, a first edition fridge magnet, and then underneath you will also find your card of authenticity and 4 backup grub screws. You're probably never going to need them, but they're hard to find, so they're there just in case. So this is the 9mm stainless flat top, and the flat top was designed for everyday carry. It was designed to something to go in your pocket, something to be carried and used every day. And it was designed for fun, for comfort and stability, and just for those times where you need something to play with, something to fidget with, and that's what it's for, and that's what I hope it does. It takes a little bit of time to develop your spinning technique. So I've had it now for, I've been playing with it for quite a few months. And it took me time to build up the strength in my fingers to get the long spins. This is a stainless steel bearing, so it's not the best bearing. The ceramic's the best performing bearing that we offer at the moment. And the stainless is a lot of fun. It's not going to give you the best spin times. You're probably looking at 1.5 minutes is kind of the maximum performance that you're going to get out of the stainless bearing. But it's a solid, stable bearing. They're made in Japan. They're some of the best bearings in the world. And it will sit in your pocket and it will last for years and years and years. And if all you want to do is little finger flicks like this, then the stainless is great because it will last and it will perform for a long time. You will need to maintain it, but it's a good solid bearing. If you're looking for something a bit faster, then you want to go for the ceramic bearing, which a lot of you have. So the ceramic bearing is essentially a hybrid bearing, which is ceramic balls in a stainless steel race cage with a plastic, it's like a nylon cage that separates the balls, and this helps to reduce friction and keep it going quickly and for a long time. The stainless steel bearing, these are really high quality bearings. They're treated with an MOS lubrication, which is essentially ground into the stainless races, which will fill any little divots or valleys in the bearing itself and will help to smooth it out and keep it running smoothly for a long time. Now there is a performance difference. With the stainless steel you're probably going to expect 1.5 minute spin times, something like that, kind of towards the maximum. With the ceramic I've seen myself getting 2.5 minutes. I've seen other people getting 3 minutes with the flat top now, 3.5 minutes with a ceramic bearing. So how to use your flat top V1. So it's a table spinner, it's a finger spinner, and it's a gyroscope, and also this little divot on the inside of one of the sides of the grip, that's used for if you want to balance it on a pen, if you want to balance it on anything pointed, get it going, get it on a pen, it will stand up on its own. It's pretty cool, it's pretty awesome. It's great to show kids, for example, they love it. There's a couple of different tricks. You can use two-handed spin like that. Some people will just like to flick it between fingers like that. And that, again, that's a personal thing. That's what you're looking to get out of it. It's not necessarily there is a way to use it. It's all personal, and it's something I wanted to make something that would be yours and will grow with you and change with you as you use the product and get used to it and improve your skills, really. So how to maintain your bearing. So this bearing is straight out of the pack. I've just put it all together now. This is how it should come to you. It's a pretty good bearing. It's still nice and clean, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great bearing. This is full of dust, and as you can see, this is a very well used bearing. This is one of the bearings that I use for quality checks to make sure the fits are good on the flat top. So you can see it's been used a lot. It's full of dust, and I just wanted to run you through how to clean this up and get it running good as new. So firstly, you need something like white spirits or alcohol or anything like that. The grips on the bearings are sealed. They're put together with an adhesive. It's an anaerobic adhesive that is specifically for stainless steel. It's a great glue. It's called Q glue. I recommend it if you ever need to bond stainless. Go for Q glue. It's wicked. So to clean the bearing, just get some white spirits or alcohol. Put your bearing in, shake it around. You don't need to take it apart. You don't need to do anything like that. You just need to get a bearing in there, something solvent, and rub it around. Get it a bit agitated. And then just make sure it's filled with white spirit or alcohol. And then take it out, run it under some cold water. You don't have to, but it will help just get out the white spirits out of there. It's probably better if you use gloves. I don't recommend using white spirits like me on your hands. And then just give it a run and let it spin freely and let the alcohol or the white spirits just get out. Again, a run under water will help. And it already sounds better. So if there's any grit in there, if there's anything that's just got lodged inside, the white spirit or the alcohol will just loosen any grease that's holding it together and drop it out. So this is one that is totally new and fresh. And this is one that was ruined, which is now clean and ready to be used again. And that's as simple as it is. Just pop it out, pop the second one in. So this is the one that was full of dust, which is now clean. Loosen off the screws if they're tight, put it in. And then when it comes to doing up the screws, you've got to be careful. So just take it down until there's a slight resistance. Like literally until you just feel it stop, that's enough. You don't need to keep going until it's tight or anything like that. Until it's too tight. And basically if it's too tight, it will slightly distort the bearing and it will stop it from running from quite as quick as it should. In fact, I'll just tighten one up now so you can show you how you know if it's too tight. So there's kind of two ways to tell if it's too tight. The first thing is your spin times are really going to suffer. So it will drop down to kind of like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that, maybe even 2 or 3 if it's really, really tight. So as you can see, it's not going particularly fast. And that's probably because, well, it's because it's too tight. So one way you can diagnose it is by the sound. So if it sounds different to how it did before, it's probably too tight. If it's something that you'll get used to as you take it apart, put it back together, clean the bearings, things like that, you will notice when it's too tight just from the sound. If it's really, really tight, or slightly too tight in some cases, then you will see, I'll try and do it here, there you go. So it will come to an abrupt stop. It will like almost bounce when it comes to the end. Do you see it then? So it like bounced a little bit. There you go. That's because the bearings are just clicking and they're not quite as free as they should be. So I hope that helps. Let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. And happy spinning. And I I hope you like it as much as I do.